Welcome back. We're live from gorgeous Erin Hills this morning for the 117th U.S. Open. It kicks off today. Just under 2 months ago, President Trump traveled to the Snap-on headquarters here in Kenosha, Wisconsin, to announce one of the biggest and most important executive orders to date.
For decades, this company has served the needs of American workers. It's time we had a federal government that does the same. The Buy and Hire American order I'm about to sign will help protect workers and students like those of you in the audience today. This historic action declares that the policy of our government is to aggressively promote and use American-made goods and to ensure that American labor is hired to do the job.
Joining me right now to talk more about that is the CEO of Snap-on, Nicholas Pinchuk. Nicholas, good to have you on the program.
Great to be here, Maria.
Thank you so much. So what was it like to have the president in your facility making such a big announcement in front of all of your employees? This is the first time a president has ever done that.
Right. First time in 97 years. And I tell you what.
97 years.
Yeah, that's right. Well, that's how long we've been around.
Yes, of course.
And, of course, it's a rush. I'm telling you, we had them come in, 5 helicopters in the parking lot, dozens of Secret Service, legions of the press, and our people, the thing they said to me afterwards was thank you. They were pumped.
And I mean, as a manufacturer, this executive order, Buy American, Hire American, that's what you do.
That's what we do. We like to think his message aligned with ours perfectly. The essential nature of American manufacturing. The makers and the fixers of America is what created the society. The other thing, when he was there, he said, we honor work, we honor grit, we honor the men and women who with their own 2 hands turned their dreams into reality. And what we say is the traditional American respect for pride and dignity of work is in eclipse, and we love to see the president reinforce the importance of that.
Yeah. Do you think there's been a carry-on effect? Are other companies following in the lead to try to buy American and hire American? Is the president's message resonating beyond?
Well, we think it is. I mean, the thing is, if you read press, you can look at the a number of places. Time magazine had an article just recently about the importance of technical education. We say technical education is the seminal issue of our time, because even though people are unemployed and manufacturing has shrunk, there are 600,000 jobs that are available right now because we don't have the technical capability. We see ourselves as in a global competition for jobs, and technical education is the weapon which enables Americans to win that competition.
Absolutely right. Now, let me ask you about your business in particular.
Sure.
You're in part of your business is vehicle repair. Right. So the aging vehicle out there, is there an aging fleet of our cars?
Sure. There's roughly 300 million vehicles on the road for government work, and they're 11.6 years old. They've gotten older every year since
11.6 years old.
And they've gotten older every year since 1980.
So your business is what then?
Is helping
repairing those cars.
Not repairing them, but providing the tools, the computers, the laptops for cars that will repair those cars, tell you what the cars are saying, but also tell you, work on the physicals, the wrenches and the screwdrivers and the ratchets and things. And those cars keep changing, and so what happens is, to be a car mechanic today, you have to be almost the kind of college graduate, because it's incredibly complex. More computers on a car today than were on the LEM that landed on the moon in 1969.
Wow. And so how's business right now?
Business is okay. The auto repair business is very strong. It was strong during the worst recession of my lifetime. The Journal was writing articles, economies glum, repair shops hum. So people keep repairing cars no matter what.
Rather than buying a new one.
Yeah, well, even so, whether they buy a new one or not.
The auto market in particular is, we saw a real rollover in the first quarter, so maybe that's what people are doing. They're repairing them, which is obviously giving you a boost.
But that effect, actually, that's true, but that effect is small compared to the 300 million vehicles that every year get older and the changes in the vehicles. If you tried to look under the hood of a car today versus a car in 2000, you would understand the geometrical problems associated with that, and we sell tools into that space, and it works very well for us.
Have you seen any change in tone coming out of the White House as the nonstop attacks from the left keep on? I mean, they're picking up steam. They want to obstruct his agenda. Any change? Is it impacting the White House, do you think?
Oh, well, I don't know. I think we would rather have the president focus on jobs This is the most important thing. I spent the election week on the factory floor in Algona, Iowa plant. You know, every year I spend a week on a factory floor. I was in Algona, Iowa, and these people were Trump supporters, and they were for him because he emphasized jobs.
Right.
He said, we're going to, and that's the most important thing for him. So I think if he can focus on jobs, it's not for me to give advice to the president, but I think all these distractions take him away from that. So rather than worry about other things, we'd like him to worry about things like celebrating the importance of pride and dignity in the American workforce and encouraging technical education, and like he did yesterday or Tuesday, encourage apprenticeships in manufacturing and other places.
Let me ask you, there are reports this morning that Foxconn is going to build or considering building a plant in Wisconsin. Foxconn, of course, assembles electronics for companies, including Apple. Michigan, another state in the running. What are your thoughts in terms of Foxconn opening a plant here in Wisconsin?
Well, my thoughts about Wisconsin are this, is people locate plants because of the quality of the workforce. And the workforce in Wisconsin is great. It's got great schools. Right up from us, Gateway Technical College, where you can get tremendous people who are trained in technical careers, exactly what manufacturers want. You have University of Wisconsin at Madison. You have a number of schools here. You have, I think, the oldest community college system in America. So the workforce here is great, so it's a great place to locate.
It's a good point, because there are jobs available, but most CEOs will say, we can't find the skill sets that are required to put those people to work. But you're saying these colleges like that you're just mentioning, it's just giving you that specific skill sets that are required.
That's one. And two is, in lots of places in this country, people view technical careers as the consolation prize of our society. You can ask people in polite company in Washington or New York, and you say, how would you feel if your son or daughter, niece or nephew was going to tell you he was going to be a car mechanic or a welder, and you can hear a pin drop in that room because you know what they're thinking. That's what other people's kids do.
Maybe that's changing now.
The National Association of Manufacturers says 90% of the people say manufacturing is important, but only 30% of the people think they want their kids to go into manufacturing. What you need is a president who says that these jobs are not a consolation prize, but are what they have always been, a national calling. And when President Trump came to Snap-on, at least for that day, he said that.
Wow. Well said. Great to have you, Nicholas. Thank you.
Good to be here.
Nicholas Pinchuk is the CEO of Snap-on.